Hey, everybody, it's Marty Bahama. I'm going to tell you why you need to let me train you how to use these Facebook groups and how to take your business or your profession to not just a next level, but more of to a spot where you'd never have to pay for advertising again, to a spot where chasing leads, no matter what type of business you have. Like right now, currently, I'm a branch manager over five different Southwest funding branches. Former realtor back in the mid 90s. And I'm telling you right now, for all the realtors out there, when you guys read this book here, Facebook group marketing for real estate agents and loan originators, whether you are a realtor or a loan originator, you'll see that it's a whole different way of thinking. Or even if you're a business out there, where you're a lawyer, dentist, if you have your own business, your own shop, your own restaurant, no matter what it is, using the Facebook groups will allow you to not have to pay for advertising again. It'll allow you to be able to get on the Facebook, to build you a personal branding group, to create a following on Facebook like you've never seen before. And a lot of people say, hey, it's free, take advantage of it. And the Facebook groups, they're putting commercials out there about them. They're super, super strong. We've been using the Facebook groups now for about 6 years, Kamikaze Kristi and I. And she's the brains behind the buzz formula. The basis of it for sure. And that is to be able to, instead of trying to post a bunch in a lot of groups, she figured out how to take one post and that one post get 500 comments on it, 1,000 comments on it. One little post, 1,000 people now know who you are. It's so amazing. It's crazy. Still hard to believe. So I stumbled across the groups first about 6 months before I met Kristi, and I started posting in groups. I seen this group that had like 2,000 people in it, and I'm a at that time loan officer slash branch manager trying to build one little Southwest funding branch. Me and my partner Dave DeWitt. So we stumbled across the Facebook groups, and I went there and made a post, and it was a really simple post. It said something like, hey everyone, I'm a local lender here. I finally, or we go down to a 580 credit score, FHA, 600 USDA. Who's looking to buy a house? And it only had like 2,000 people in it, but all of a sudden it started getting, me, I want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. So next thing you know, it's like we went from spending 2, 3,000, 4,000 a month buying leads on either Lending Tree leads, Lower My Bill leads, Lead Point leads, all these different lead companies out there selling you names and numbers and selling them to multiple people out there. They're not just selling to you, they're selling to a lot of people. And so typically when you're calling those leads, it's a lot tougher. You may be the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth person to call that person. You may be the first person to call them, but still you got to convince them, hey, I've got your information from where you filled out online. It's just a name and a number. One thing we've learned about Facebook over the years, it's not just a name and a number anymore. It really has brought people closer together, so close together. It's really hard to believe. I met Christy about 6 months after I stumbled across the Facebook groups, like I said, and she watched what I was doing. She noticed how I was posting. She'd actually started helping me post a little bit, and then the greatest thing ever at that time, didn't feel like it, but it turned out to be the greatest thing ever. She got laid off from her job and finished her degree. Thought about going back because she's a medical transcriptionist. Been doing it for 7 years. Been here for 7 years, and just laid her off out of the blue. It was crazy, unexpected, but it's a blessing. Sometimes you just don't know what life is going to bring you. And the buzz formula would have never been created if it wasn't for that magic happening. And so when she saw what I was doing and decided to finish her degree, help me out with the Facebook groups. I was in maybe about 150, 200 groups at that time. Well, now we're in over 7,000 total, something crazy like that. But she figured out a way to create this buzz, and this buzz that she created, it would bring in so many applications. It was crazy. I was bringing in about three to five applications every day, and then she started bringing in like 8 to 10 applications every day, and could have brought in so much more. It's crazy, but I had to slow her down. Now, if anybody is in this business as a loan originator or a realtor, there's probably not too many times in your life that you've had to say, "Hey, please no more. I can't handle any more people that's needing to buy a house right now. I can't handle any more credit applications. I can't handle any more buyers or any more sellers." That is the life that the buzz will bring you. The buzz will allow you to be able to decide how busy you want to be, to pick and choose when you really need to start building that pipeline up. When can you take a break? When can you relax? But it allows you to be free, because about 95% of what Kamikaze Kristi taught me and what the buzz teaches you is how to use your mobile device for about 95% of everything we do. 95% about everything we do, maybe even close to 98%, is done on your mobile device. It's done on your phone. Whether you have an Android, whether you have an iPhone, that is where the magic is going to take place. And it is so amazing. It's crazy. I used to be trapped, stuck to an office, stuck to a computer, stuck to a desk. Now I'm not stuck anymore. Now I'm able to do what I want, to be able to move freely, to be able to close a lot of transactions and never have to spend money on advertising. That right there is the most amazing thing ever. To be able to do that, and to be able to have a successful living. But not only that, over the years, it just kept getting better and better. And we've seen the true value in these Facebook groups really whenever they started letting us ask three questions, all new members coming on board. And those three questions, a lot of people gear those questions towards, where are you from? Why do you want to join this group? I geared those questions to be conversation starters. Conversations are the key, guys. It's the key to closing a lot of transactions, to having a monster pipeline build up. This is a fact, and I can prove it. We are responsible here at the Human Energy Buzz. We are responsible for thousands, not 1,000, not a few hundred. We are responsible for thousands of loans that's been closed. Thousands of loans that's been closed. We've closed over 1,000 at our branch ourselves over the last 4 or 5 years, and now we've got 5 branches out there. We got a little satellite branch in Nashville, one in South Carolina, one in Florida, one in Dallas. We got our branch here in Knoxville, and we're continuing to grow, and that's within Southwest Funding. So I'm still a loan officer slash branch manager, former realtor, married to a medical transcriptionist, and together we created the Buzz Formula. The Buzz Formula is like our baby. It's we wrote this book together. Might have my name on it, but it's just as much Kristi as it is Marty. Meeting her was the greatest thing ever. Having Erica, meeting Kamikaze, having J Dog as a stepson, very very blessed. And when I started helping other people succeed, things got even better. The very beginning of 2018 is when we really started helping our loan officers out. Just started growing. We started training. One thing about this business for sure, especially on the realtor and loan officer side, you don't get a lot of training most of the time. Everybody's too busy. Everybody's too busy to stop and say, hey, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. And there's so many different moving pieces. There's so many parts to the loan transaction, the whole process, the contracts, putting it all together, the for sale by owners, converting them over to actual listings, all that goody good stuff. But there's a lot to it. And there's so much that it's really almost impossible to train on super quick. You've got to be willing to put the time and the effort into learning the business. You couldn't go be a doctor and do surgery on somebody unless you took the time to learn how to do that. But a lot of people get into the real estate business and do not take the time, including me. Kamikaze Kristi said, Marty, take time to learn it. You're a great originator, but take time to learn these groups. Take time to learn how this loan process works and how to keep everybody under control, because there's a lot of stress involved. She could see this is from the outside looking in. It was the greatest thing ever. So from the outside looking in, she could see all the stress that is involved trying to keep everybody happy, trying to keep the realtors happy, trying to keep the clients happy, the sellers happy, trying to keep everybody happy in this process. It's not an easy process to do. And that's why meeting her allowed us to be able to create this buzz. So it took the one biggest stress away from everybody. The one biggest stress that we have been able to eliminate from everybody is the fact that you do not have to worry about where your next loan is coming from. The Buzz Formula or your next client, no matter what your business is, you will never have to worry about where that next person is coming from. They're coming from the Facebook groups. These Facebook groups are the heart of Facebook. The heart of Facebook. They are putting commercials out there talking about the groups. They said in 2018, they switched their focus from connecting friends and families to building communities with these Facebook groups, and they're only making them better. And then now all of a sudden their focus is a messenger. And I'm telling you right now, the messenger is only getting better. Now they've switched over to chats. They call it chats now, and they let you create these groups. In these messenger groups, we've learned how to intertwine everybody in the process. No matter what the process is, you can intertwine your client, your processors like we do, the realtors. No matter who's involved in your process, you can learn how to intertwine them into a messenger group, and it'll go so much smoother. It cut our telephones down tremendously and has allowed us to close a lot more loans. I always drink my vanilla Coke Zero, guys. Vanilla Coke Zero. It is absolutely amazing. I think this is my very first live that I've done through YouTube, I'm pretty sure. And I'm very unfamiliar with YouTube. I know Facebook groups inside out, but YouTube I do not know. But a lot of people say, hey, Marty, how are you and Kristi going to teach everybody? How do you guys teach everybody how to use these Facebook groups? I mean, it's 2019 for one thing, guys. You got to learn how to use technology, and it made it very simple for us. Zoom is one of the greatest things ever. It's like Skype, but it also lets you be able to share your screen. Share. I can share my phone screen. That's the greatest thing ever. I kept telling Kristi, whenever they let me be able to share my phone screen, magic will really happen because I cannot use a desktop or laptop that great to be able to show how to use these Facebook groups and messenger groups when it's so much faster. I'm talking about night and day faster on your phone, without a doubt. So once we got discovered Zoom and realized that Zoom would allowed me to be able to share my phone screen, people started getting better faster. Then all of a sudden, Kamikaze come across these Google Classrooms about at the first of this year, first of 2019. She says, Marty, this is where you need to start putting all our information in. She goes, sit down here and learn how to use these classrooms. And guys, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I'm not that's one thing about me and her, we're night and day different. I'm the salesman. I'm the talker. She's the brains. She's the one who says, hey, text replacement. Text replacement, you've got to be able to use it to be good at these Facebook groups. It goes to Facebook groups like peanut butter and jelly, guys. I'm telling you, text replacement is amazing. If you got an Android, look up TextPand, TEXPAND. iPhone, it's built in. Go to your settings, go to general, go to keyboard, click on text replacement, click on the plus sign on the right-hand side, put your phrase in, put your shortcut in, start your shortcuts out with a Z or Q. Guys, these are things I could never, ever, ever be able to teach you if it wasn't for Kamikaze Kristi. And these are the things that creates the buzz. These are things that are important. And these are things that you will learn when you become a Buzz team member. Now, guys, I'm not about helping. I help everybody. I'm the type of person that makes myself available. A lot of people say, why are you doing the way you do? And why don't a lot of marketers like you? Well, first of all, a lot of marketers don't like me and Kamikaze because we are very given. We're not trying to charge these astronomical numbers they're trying to charge. We're not like that. We are here about helping people. And so far, we have had about 50 or 60 minimum, maybe more than that now, definitely more than that now, have been able to quit their full-time or their part-time job to be full-time in real estate, full-time business owners, full-time dry cleaners, full-time heat and air. I mean, full-time everything. Branch managers, loan officers, realtors. We teach it all. I can teach you how to find for sale by owners like you wouldn't believe. I had a realtor ask me one night. She said, Marty, she goes, you think you can find sellers as good as you can find buyers? And guys, I'm telling you right now, Kamikaze Kristi and I have figured out a way to today, right now, within 2 or 3 hours, we could easily teach you how to go out and get 4 or 5 applications, not cost you a penny. We know these Facebook groups inside out. And when she start using those Google Classrooms, I started building them. I'll kind of revert back to that real quick. And the great thing about the Google Classrooms, talk about what we're talking about right now, is it allows me to be able to teach you how to make all this magic happen, how to go out there and get 5 or 10, 15, 20 applications. And I'm talking about quick, super quick. Then I teach you how to convert them. So we built these classrooms for an overall picture of everything, overall training system. But the great thing about it is it's right there. It's a little app right there, Google Classroom. It's nothing you got to go to. It's nothing you got to be a formal invite. You don't even have to. And if you go ever call on the Zoom trainings with me, you can leave your camera off. We do it so on your time. It's crazy because everybody is different. I may have somebody come on board, like we've had loan officers come on board and they close double-digit transactions within 6 months of being a loan officer. True story. Within 6 months of being a loan officer, closing double-digit transactions. Realtors closing double-digit transactions. Something you don't hear about a lot. You hear about realtors hitting some big numbers sometimes, but usually it's because of volume, not usually because of units. So these are things that we're going to teach you is how to build up a pipeline so huge that you don't. It takes away that stress. That stress of not knowing when your next paycheck is going to be here, where your next paycheck is going to come from. Go check out humanenergybuzz.com. Check out this book right here. Just go to Amazon, type in Marty Human. This book will pop up. We're coming out with a few more books, and the next one's going to be to help every business out there. The Buzz Formula Facebook group marketing for everyone. And I'm telling you, it works. And it's free. It works and it's free, and it allows you to stay absolutely covered up. Covered up. 50 to 60 people will be able to quit their full-time or part-time jobs to do something they love. And that's just within a year and a half is when Kamikaze, Kristi, and I created this business. But we've been using these groups for 6 years. 6 years of using the Facebook groups. We teach you everything about them. Everything about the messenger groups. We call it the buzz loop. Everything about how to get on Facebook and start out and start getting clients in immediately. How to build a perfect personal branding group, what we call a PBG, personal branding group. That is so important. It is the most important. It took me 4 years to learn that lesson right there. And that's why a lot of people say, Marty, do you worry about people stealing your stuff? No, you can't imitate true hard work. 6 years of knowing stuff inside out. They don't know it. They don't know how to stay out of Facebook jail. They don't know how to stay out of Facebook timeout, Messenger timeout. They don't know what all that stuff means. They don't know how long it lasts. We've been through it all. We've been through so much. We can teach it all, and we do teach it all. We teach you how to actually convert. We teach you everything about these groups. I got one classroom called the Buzz Formula that has so much information in it. It'll take you a super long time to get through. It's crazy. But like I said, you can download it on your computer. It's on your phone. But not only that, we do Zoom trainings. I go live and I give trainings during my live sessions. But I do live one-on-ones all the time. I want to take whoever needs the help and take you to a whole different level of life where it ain't necessarily what they say the next level. This is not some next gimmick. This is not some coach who's not out there actually doing it. Most of the coaches out there are failed realtors and failed loan officers. Look them up. They couldn't make it. Look at their track history. I've been with Southwest Funding now for 5.5 years. 5.5 years of helping loan officers, helping realtors, teaching branch managers how to grow. The Facebook groups are legit. Check out humanenergybuzz.com. Check out the Buzz Formula coming out next, but check out our book. Type in Marty Human in Amazon. Be sure to order this book. It's a great, great investment because it alone will teach you how to get on Facebook and at least start getting action. At least start getting those conversations started. What's most important is people knowing who you are in this business. And that's one thing that is a lot of people still don't understand is, man, it's so beneficial. We had one realtor. This is a true story. One realtor after a year and 4 months downloaded their messenger into a CRM and they had over 18,000 messages. He had over 18,000 messages. His name's Michael Hicks. Reach out to Michael Hicks in Jackson, Tennessee. He will confirm this. All right, guys, there's my live for today. And I hope this has been helpful. This is a definitely different for me, but I'm going to start doing this more often. So be sure to subscribe and watch Marty Bahama come at you. And I'm going to start teaching about these Facebook groups a little bit through the lives. Hopefully get you guys to become Buzz Team members because that's what it's about. Become part of our Buzz Team family. Reach out to a lot of our Buzz Team members like David Sanders, Michael Hicks, Tim McGee, Neil Mangrum. I could name them all day long. Rochelle Graham. There's so many out there. Melissa Carter, Patty Dennehy. These are real people, guys, that have been able to quit their jobs. They're 9 to 5. They're the jobs that you got to clock in where you're not free to be able to do something they love. That is the mission of the Buzz, is to help people be free. All right, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.